Small update. The patch job is done. It's not perfect, but it's okay, I guess. Just trying stuff out. Would like to paint those so we have the same like color, but that could be a later project maybe. So that's how it looks. And just a thin board here, because I still want like base to get in. Base will get in, of course, get in there, because we have the half pipe. Yes, we have the 40 hatch tuned pipe in there. So, and had a lot of rain, so had some accidents, but everything is a little crooked everywhere. But that's just my old house. So it's old and crooked, like me. You can see, for example, up here, down here, and so everything is a little bit crooked. But when everything is on place, and yeah, we might not care, and we get used to it. What do you guys think? We are moving along. That light needs to go also. It's not intended to be there. It was another project. Always a new project. But this is massive. Also, I'm thinking, yeah, but I don't have the right sizes for the acoustic treatment, so it's gonna be real pain in the neck starting like trying to cut these down. I'm thinking about this wall. Sorry. I've been working with insulation, rock wool. So I'm thinking right now, I have 4 more wings, V-wings. I'm thinking maybe I will just use 2, maybe I will use 3, maybe I will use, 4. I'm thinking placing a V5 bass trap behind the sofa. It's a little bit smaller than this one, as deep, 120 centimeters, 60 meters high. So, and these are 60-60, so thinking placing the V5 behind the sofa, and the problem is that I actually have 2 speakers behind the sofa, the back speakers for the surround system, because this is not only going to be a studio, it's also going to be a very good surround system. I have a lot of speakers. I have front, left, sorry, front, left, front, right, center. We have a sub. We have 2 rear right, rear left, and then I have no, that's side, and then I have 2 back speakers also. But I couldn't place them, so I had to place them behind the sofa, but it has been working. It's just effect speakers. So, and this is Atmos system. So I have also speakers. This is front roof speakers and back roof speakers. Yes, English is perfect. As you notice, not my native tongue, but I'm fighting it, and I'm struggling for you guys. So the V50 is not as tall. We have like 10 centimeters gap, and that's more or less exact like the speakers. So if I could build a space here in the V50 and place the speakers shooting up. I'm guessing, not guessing, I will drill a hole so sound can come up. And it's not perfect, and those speakers are too expensive to be treated that way. But anyways, it's not going to be perfect, but I think it will work because it just affects speakers. So that's the idea, and need to start like measuring things in here, or at least do some basic tuning to further decide if I want even more bass traps. But we have a lot now. We have one here, tunable, and we will probably have one behind the sofa. That's not a tunable, and I don't really care for those. I like the tunable ones. And one there, tunable, one there, tunable, one here, tunable, one here, tunable, one here, tunable, and one here, also tunable. So that's a lot of bass trapping. And also, of course, we have the pipe there in the corner, tuned to 40 Hertz. This room, I know this room's problematic. Resonance frequencies, it starts with 40 Hertz, and then you have the doubling of that, 80. But you always start in the bottom. So we're starting with 40 Hertz and 80, and that's so much better than in my old control room where I had 30 Hertz. Because the lower, the harder to fight. But, and I'm going to get into this in detail, everything when we have this room up and running. But I'm documenting it now, yes. So normally, when people are just slabbing in absorption materials, or they are basically don't have really a clue what's happening, so you would put your speakers in, and you probably use the EQ on the speakers. But that we will do the latest. We will do that in the end, because there's nothing wrong with the speakers. There's only a problem with the rooms. So instead of like tuning the speakers, we will tune the room with tunable Helmholtz resonator. Like the pipe, it's tuned 40 Hertz. Going to start with where we have problem with 40 Hertz, where we have the traps now, because I placed them where I can, right? But you can do it this way. Of course, if I place this where I can, and then after I have roughly tuned the room, I can measure and see which do I still have a problem with 40 and 80 Hertz? Where do I have those issues? Would it help me to place V4, that's a V4, up here on top of the wings, or could I just place another wing up there? Would it help me to build a new furniture here with a tunable? Would it help me to, instead of a table, have two V4s with a oak board on it? Those kind of decisions I can make. Am I rambling? What do you guys think? So far, so good. I want to paint that also. Looking for like wooden blinds for these two mirrors, because mirrors are issues in studio, but still want to let the light in. Have to look for, like, I want wide splines, so I also can control the light, but more or mostly because I can then reflect the audio up in the ceiling, and we can like diffuse it or something, or try to absorb it. This was a long one, sorry. Out. Dr. Hans out.